To apply what is now called the Calvin Johnson rule to this doesn't work for me. Calvin Johnson fell backward into the end zone, and he needed the football to brace himself when he hit the ground. He palmed the football, stuck it on the ground, and lost control. By the way, Dez never completely lost control of the football. It didn't bounce away. He still rolled and caught it.
But anytime the ball moves, when it hits the ground, it's deemed control.
But I thought
once it went up in the air,
I get it.
That's called loss of control.
You don't think he finished the process of catching the football before he lunged for the goal line? Because we do. All three of us do.
Well, I'll take all y'all's resume and everything. That's why I'm here to debate it. Like, I'm not here for no regular play. This is the first take. This is the biggest play of the season.
Fine.
Like this, and you guys make a legitimate, you make a legitimate argument, but I'm just saying, let's go back to the beginning. If he had plucked it clean the first time, all right, then his feet hit on the ground, one leg, or his left leg when his left leg hit. Because his left foot hit, but his left leg hit. If his left leg hit, one leg is like 2 feet. But they hadn't deemed it a catch yet.
Okay.
So they deemed it to still be in the process.
Allow me to interject.
Go ahead.
First of all, I agree with Skip from the perspective that I thought 1 foot down, 2 foot down, then the lunge should have made it a catch. However, number one, I don't care. Okay? Because it's the Cowboys. And number two, and more importantly, I looked at it from the perspective that to coin a phrase from Chris Carter, it's the rule. It's been a rule for years. Dez has to know this as a wide receiver. Maybe if he didn't prioritize lunging for the touchdown and prioritized making sure that he had the catch, at the worst case scenario, you got 1st and goal on the 2-yard line after a terrific throw from Tony Romo in single coverage against Sam Shields. But because you were looking ahead, as Dez Bryant usually does, and he did lead the league in touchdown catches this year with 16.
But that's what all great players do.
I understand that.
All great players play the game a frame or two ahead.
I understand.
So when Dez was saying that, that's actually what he was thinking.
I understand that. And I'm saying, in this particular instance, it cost him.
And
that's all.
Because the elements. For me, I'm never going to try to take 2 hands off the football. Now, if we're playing in Texas Stadium, AT&T, if we're playing there,
Walmart,
given the humidity, yes, then he can hold on to the ball, and he's got those big hands.
Sure.
Now, being outside, 20 degrees, all that plays into not being able to secure the ball, because the ball can hit the ground, and it could have stayed in his bicep. If it just hadn't come up, it would have been a catch.
Okay, so Chris Carter, if the same throw had been made to Dez at the 50-yard line, do you think Dez could have easily turned his body to the ground and controlled the football with no problem?
Yes, he would have had a different mindset.
He would have. So you allow then that he was then lunging to score, and that penalized him, that cost him.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yes, it did. And the NFL deemed him not to be lunging, but to be falling. And falling is not an act of catching.
And that's what I said to open the show. He was not falling. He was lunging.
Too, man. Y'all need a drink.
Okay.
That opening 30 minutes. Y'all need a drink of water.
Let me say another point. Let me get to another point, because we all understand our positions on the catch itself.
Yes.
But where he and I adamantly disagree, he is of this mindset, it changed everything, and it demoralized the Cowboys. My attitude is, if he makes the catch and they get the touchdown,
you still got that
Aaron Rodgers got the ball with over 3 minutes left, and the way he was ball, to me, it is sacrilegious. Damn it, it's blasphemous for us to sit here and act like the Dallas Cowboys had Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers playing the way that he was playing with 3 minutes left, and all you would have needed, worst case scenario, you would have needed a field goal. If they got the touchdown in the 2-point conversion, you still would have been a field goal from tying the game. I'm still rolling the dice with Aaron Rodgers.
Listen, I think that we're forgetting, though, the momentum. Dez catch that ball.
Right.
Like, I catch that ball on the dude's head. I go in the Lambeau Field, the end zone, and do a Randy Moss, do an X on them.
Tell it.
You know what kind of rush they have? I mean, football is a momentum game. He gonna do the X.
Right. It's a wrap.
I'm getting ready to call you Wonder Woman because of that bracelet on there. Yes. You chill out, both y'all right now. This is me and you right here. This is me and you right here. Wonder Woman. It's nice. It's nice. Wonder Woman. But let me tell you something, Chris Carter.
Hey,
you my man. I
got that eye too.
Look, no. He went too far. You done went too far. You gonna sit here and tell me that Dez Bryant scores the touchdown, puts up the X? That was gonna be enough to ward up that bad man.
Man, don't you be disrespectful. Don't you get disrespectful.
mean something, but not to that Dallas Cowboy defense. What you gonna do against Aaron Rodgers?
I'm
9 for
trying to
9?
hear it.
Come on, man.
Wonder Woman's
Come
not
on
trying
now.
to hear it.
That calf would have started tightening up like carrot with some red bottoms on. That calf would have started tightening like some red bottoms.
That's right.
Hey, you are and then all the pressure is on the man.
And what?
And then we have to wait and see.
And we got to wait and see.
So you're trying to tell me that you would have put your money on the
trying to
Cowboys?
tell you, I'm telling you.
The Cowboys defense instead of Aaron Rodgers?
I'm telling you, put your money out. Tell them. Tell them, homeboy.
Yes, stop. Yeah.
Hundreds in there.
We got hundreds. It's big faces. It's all big faces. It's all big faces.
Come on now. Come on, Chris.
This was the crime of the century. Thank you. This was the biggest playoff robbery since the Tuck Rule game in New England in 2002. Anyone with half a brain and eyes that can see could see this was a catch. When this game was over, I felt like throwing up. In fact, I nearly did throw up when it ended. Do not let the NFL brainwash you by saying, oh, sorry, this is the letter of the law. This is the Calvin Johnson rule. Baloney, it's the Calvin Johnson rule. It has nothing whatsoever to do with the Calvin Johnson play. This is strictly damage control by the NFL that completely misinterpreted the letter of the law. Des Bryant clearly had completed the process of catching and controlling the football. If Des Bryant had made this catch at, let's say, the 50-yard line, well, obviously, he would have turned his body to the ground and made sure that he secured the ball as he went down. But the letter of the law about what defines a catch in the National Football League is that you have to control the ball and then make an act common to the sport of football. So Des catches the ball and he puts down his left foot at the 5-yard line. That's an act common to football to me. Then he puts his right foot down at the 4-yard line. That's an act common to football to me. Then Des, wait a second. Des did what Des always does. Des tried to score. Des lunged and tried to slam the football with full control in his left hand across the white goal line. And by God, he almost got the ball across the goal line. He was not falling. He was lunging, not falling, lunging with total control of the football. 1001, 1002, 1003, 3 acts of football. He didn't do it out of desperation to control the ball. He did it by choice, by his own volition. Des Bryant tried to score. And for a moment, I thought the only reason to replay the play was to say, did he score or was he at the 1-inch line? And by the way, the referee standing right on the football called it a catch and ruled it down at about the half-yard line. And when Gene Steratore made the announcement, I have never been more shocked in all my years of watching pro football than when he uttered those words. Are you kidding me? This is the crime of the century. I love that sign right
I know, right?
I love that sign.
Hey guys,
That
can we
is
get
so
can we
right.
get a picture of the sign? We officially got robbed. It's funny. Go ahead.
I apologize.
That's true.
I apologize. There's a show going on. Calm your nerves. Relax. Are you finished?
You seem speechless today.
Not at all. I'm just wondering because I didn't want to interrupt you.
Thank you. I got more, but I'm going to let you talk for a while.
First of all, Skip Bayless, I got news for you. I looked at that catch over and over and over again, but I did not need to. Because even when the ball popped out and it hit the ground and came up on his shoulder, I saw him go up in the air, elevate over Sam Shields. I saw him come down with the football. One foot landed, a second foot landed, and then a third as he leaped towards the end zone. In my estimation, Skip Bayless, that absolutely was a catch by Des
Thank
Bryant.
you. I figured you'd go that way.
I think the rule stinks. I think it needs to be changed. I think it was egregious. I think the fact that the NFL could sit there with a straight face and justify such a call being made of that magnitude in that moment, I think is a crime in and of itself. Totally agree.
But
I don't care. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. And let me tell you why. I'm going to tell you why I don't care. Number one, the rule has been in place for years. As Herm Edwards and others have stated, as primetime Deion Sanders, our former champion with the Cowboys, tweeted, although a lot of people disagree with the call, the fact is it has been consistently called by the NFL for at least the last 5 years, point number one. Point number two, that is a rule that if Des Bryant was not aware of, shame on him. Maybe, just maybe, instead of lunging and leaping for the end zone with 4 minutes left, securing the catch should have been a priority as opposed to trying to score.
So let me ask you this.
Hold on.
So do you think he should have been penalized for trying to score a touchdown?
No, that's not the point. What I'm saying to you is I remember, even though he was out of bounds, for example, he was out of bounds, but I remember a couple of years ago, I believe it was against the Giants, he made a spectacular catch, could have won the game, but barely missed getting that foot in bounds and was nudged.
Okay, but that was out of bounds.
Even when he was,
I'm good with that.
even when he was, no, you weren't at the time.
I was too. I said you got to get both feet down.
You said you have to get both feet down. I was saying he's nudged. You were like, I don't care. Figure out a way. I'm saying to you, it's reverse here. Stop worrying about scoring. The